देहिनो अस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारम यौवनम जरा तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिर धीरस तत्र न मुह्यति. Hello friends, this is the 13th shlok of the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Dehino asmin yatha, which means just like the one with the body, Dehe Kaumaram Yovanam Jara, which means in this body goes from childhood to puberty to old age, Tatha Dehantar Prapti, which means in that way one attains an interchange of body, Dhiras Tatrana Muhyati, which means wise are not confused by that. So, over here, what Sri Krishna is telling Arjun is that just like one goes from childhood to adulthood to old age in one body, similarly, at the time of death, the body basically gets interchanged. So, here the idea of the transmigration of the soul is being mentioned by Sri Krishna, and you can now connect where Sri Krishna is going over here, because in the last two shloks, Sri Krishna has told that the wise do not really mourn for the dead or the non-dead, because there was never a time when you or I were not there. And so that whole idea has been continued over here, and Shri Krishna is telling that while you might be thinking that you are your body and after your death you will perish, but that does not happen. Actually, you as a holder of a body go from childhood to adulthood to old age, and then after your death you basically gain a new body. So that is what Shri Krishna is telling over here, and that's why he's saying that the wise do not get confused by thinking that after death there is nothing. So over here in the modern times, of course, a lot of people say that this is just an assumption. There is no scientific proof for such a thing to be happening. But the thing is that this clearly shows the current dogma of our society, where we have become very materialistic and we think that everything is just material, and we think we are also this body, we are made up of the material of this body, and after our death the body is also going to die. So it's all that current materialistic dogma which makes us to assume that there is no scientific proof for the transmigration of the soul. But if you were having an open mind, then you will see that there are many cases of young children within the age of between the age of, I think, 6 and 3, who recall their past lives. And there have been cases where whatever they have recalled, it has been confirmed also. For example, there is one case where there was a fighter pilot who was flying in Japan, and he died in World War I, and then some other kid was born, and then that kid basically remembered the life. And because the records of that fighter pilot were known, so they could really confirm that whatever this child was saying was actually right. So the thing is that not much research right now is performed in terms of confirming this whole hypothesis, as in how these children are able to recall their past life. But if we were able to get out of this current scientific dogma, then maybe we might take these research very seriously, because right now, even if somebody performs this research, he is not taken very seriously in the scientific circles, and that's why the interest in terms of performing this research is not really there. So the point that I'm trying to make over here is that the current scientific dogma makes us assume that we are only limited to this material. But if we were to open our minds up, then there is scientific proof for the existence of transmigration of soul, which we have to explore more to really understand what is going on. Even if you think about it, let's say that you were to really limit yourselves to the science itself, then we know that our body is made up of physical material, and all the cells of our body actually basically are replaced within a certain period of time. I think in our own lifetime, it's 3 times that all of our cells in our body are replaced. So, my body, which was the body when I was 10-year old, and my body when I am, say, 40 years old, the entire makeup of the body, all the materials that are present in my body have been replaced. So that thing has happened, but we never really experience any sort of a change happening in us. So there is something which keeps this whole body together in a certain way, and whatever that thing is, we don't really see any change in that. So this also sort of points us in the direction that there might be something inside us which gives us identity, which is something beyond this physical world, which keeps this whole thing together in a certain extent. And this something uh, is not really limited to the body. I mean, that something can be changed or moved from this body to a different body, because our body itself is not the same physically over our lifetime. So that also is consistent with the statement that has been made over here by Sri Krishna, that the one who has the body, like his body goes from childhood to adulthood to old age, similarly, when he dies, then the body is interchanged. So, to a certain extent, scientifically also you can say that this is correct, because the body of a child and the body of an old one, although it might appear to you to be the same person, same body, but physically speaking, those materials which make up that body are different. So that is the whole statement over here. The other thing that you have to keep in mind over here is that even if you are not ready to believe any of this, and you want to say that, no, I die only after my body is dead, and after that there is nothing left of me, that in itself is an assumption, as I've proven over here. So both the point of views, that your physical body is who you are, and the other thing that you are not your physical body, you are something beyond your physical body, both of these are basically assumptions, and there is no scientific way for you to really prove right now which one is the right approach. But if you were to think logically and make sense of this life that you are living, the value of this life, the importance of this life, then you will see that it is far more consistent for you to believe that you have the transmigration of the soul, and that you are reborn and you are not your body. If you were to live with that outlook, you will live a much more consistent life, because you'll be able to make more sense of this universe itself. So that is what we'll see as we move forward with the teachings of Gita. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.